Ever read a book that stuck with you? Not just a good read, but one that made you pause, reflect, and think, I have to tell someone about this. Hey, I'm here, Bestseller Bites, and if you're here, chances are you're that kind of reader. You don't just flip through pages, you live in them. You underline quotes, reread the last line, and carry the story long after it's done. Welcome to Bestseller Bites, where we don't just review books, we unpack them. No generic summaries, no surface-level takes. We dig into the heart of the story, the moments that hit hard, the ideas that shift perspectives, and the lines that linger. Whether it's fiction, nonfiction, memoir, or the next TikTok favorite, we'll help you decide if it's worth your shelf space or your screen time. So if you're ready to geek out over great reads, hit like, comment with your favorite book, and subscribe for weekly deep dives. Bestseller Bites, where every book gets the bite it deserves. Let's dive in.
Okay, have you ever heard of someone doing 4,030 pull-ups in just 24 hours?
Wow.
I mean, seriously, my arms hurt just thinking about that. That's David Goggins for you, a guy who seems to just turn pain into actual power.
He really does.
So today we're doing a deep dive into his #1 bestseller, Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind and Defy the Odds. And our mission here is basically to pull out the key insights, help you figure out if this book might be the wake-up call you need, especially if you feel kind of stuck.
Stuck in that cycle of excuses, maybe, or just too comfortable.
Exactly, or just feeling like you're not hitting your full potential.
Well, and what's really fascinating, I think, is where Goggins came from. It's such a stark contrast.
Yeah, tell us about that.
His childhood was marked by, well, abuse, racism, obesity, poverty. Pretty much a brutal start.
Right.
But the thing is, he didn't play the victim.
Mm-hmm.
He made a conscious choice to, completely transform himself into a Navy SEAL, an ultra-endurance athlete, and, yeah, that record-breaking king of mental toughness we mentioned. His journey really makes you question your own perceived limits,
Okay, let's get into that. The absolute core of his philosophy, the heart of this book, is what he calls the 40% rule.
Ah, yes, the 40% rule.
He argues that our mind gives up way, way before our body actually needs to. Think about that little voice.
Oh, yeah, the one that says too tired, too hard.
Can't do it anymore. Goggins believes that's your mind hitting the brakes, but only at 40% of what you're truly capable of.
Which is a wild thought.
It really is. And this is where it gets interesting, because he basically wants to drag you into what he calls the pain cave to unlock that other 60%. It sounds intense.
It is intense, and he backs it up with stories that are just almost hard to believe. He talks about his accountability mirror.
What's that?
It's where he'd literally stand in front of a mirror and confront his failures, write them down on sticky notes, face his shortcomings every single day until they stopped being sources of shame and became his absolute fuel for change. For us, maybe that looks like a weekly check-in, right?
Yeah.
Not to beat yourself up, but to be honest.
Honest about where you fell short.
And then use that clarity to push forward next time.
That's powerful, turning it productive. And he definitely walks the talk with the physical stuff too, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the story of his first 100-mile race, it's legendary.
The one where he was.
He was running with stress fractures, vomiting. He even broke a bone in his foot during the race.
And he finished?
He finished. It's his proof, his way of showing that limits, for him at least, are illusions. But look, the point isn't that you need to run 100 miles on broken bones.
Right, thankfully.
The lesson is about understanding your perceived limits.
Yeah.
Maybe in your career, learning something new, whatever. They're often just that, perceived, not real.
So when you feel like giving up on something tough,
Yeah.
Goggins challenges you to push just a little bit more. Just see what happens. See if you can tap into that reserve. It's clear he's not selling any quick fixes then. No magic pills.
Not at all. It's all about relentless work, unglamorous work. I mean, look at his own physical change from nearly 300 pounds, 40% body fat, to a ripped Navy SEAL.
Okay, but let's address the elephant in the room. His methods are extreme. They really are. For the average person not aiming for ultramarathons, isn't this just too much? Maybe even unhealthy?
That's a really fair point, and it's crucial. Goggins himself isn't saying everyone has to do what he did physically.
Okay.
What's gold, really, is the mindset behind it all. It pushes you to ask yourself, am I giving 60% or am I giving 100%?
In whatever you're doing.
Exactly, in any part of your life. It's about building that mental toughness to push past those barriers you've maybe set for yourself without even realizing it. It's about exploring what's really possible for you.
Yeah, I can see that. I will say the book itself, the tone, it's intense, it's raw, it could definitely overwhelm some people. It's not a gentle pat on the back.
Oh, it's definitely not.
But maybe for people who are genuinely fed up, ready to stop making excuses and, start grinding, Goggins is like the ultimate drill sergeant on paper.
He doesn't coddle you, that's for sure.
He really doesn't. He's there to push you
Mm-hmm.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
And he has this quote, it's sort of his mic drop moment. You are in danger of living a life so comfortable and soft that you will die without ever realizing your true potential.
Oof. That hits hard, doesn't it?
It does.
And it makes you think, what does true potential even mean for you, listening right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not about pull-ups or running 100 miles.
Right. Could be career, learning, a creative thing.
Any area where you might just be coasting, holding back because it's comfortable. Are you settling for that comfort when maybe, just maybe, some uncomfortable growth is waiting?
So if you feel like you're tired of settling for good enough, maybe Can't Hurt Me is that kind of no BS roadmap to finding more grit.
It definitely challenges you.
It challenges you to look right at yourself and ask, what if the biggest thing holding me back is just the comfort zone I've built?